welcome back. This is Crafty Thursday, and today I'm going to show you some fun ways you can fill your sketchbooks. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sketchbooks, and they're all different sizes. I told myself no more sketchbooks until you fill all of them. So I do have one that's almost full. I will do a little flip through in a little bit. I just want to kind of give you an example of what I'm doing. This is a multimedia use Jane Davenport book here. She has her lovely, beautiful lady face she's very famous for. So I went ahead and got into it. Let's get started. Right there, that's my first page. So it's just where you flesh out ideas. You want to do it, but you don't want to do it on a finished piece of artwork. You just want to get the idea out. So this is the best way to use your sketchbooks. And a lot of times I do it for swatching out colors. So this was a Jane Davenport mixed media, one of her coloring sticks. I think it was an oil-based. So I always use and do the swatches so I can see what the colors are going to look like. And I believe this might have been an example with one of her stamps. This book is heavily influenced by Jane Davenport. She has wonderful artwork supplies and cute little ideas. Catch her on her own YouTube channel. Left that blank. This was something she did a few years ago. She does challenges, and it was called Halloween, and it was done during October. So she had a list of prompts that you could check into. I don't remember what the name was, but everything was based on possibly actors and actresses and something to do with their hair. It's obviously had something to do with Shirley Temple, so this was mine. Pretty cute. Stand up and cheer. That's our Shirley. Ooh, this one was, I really like this one. This was a Dolly Parton. I had something, obviously it's going to have something to do if you see something to do with a star here. This was my interpretation of the prompt. So as you can see, you just go through your sketchbook. There might be some pages I missed. Here's another one from that challenge. Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Pretty cool. Okay. So we'll get further into how I worked on my other sketchbooks. And I think I want to show you this one because this was one of my favorites. If I can find her. Josephine Baker. Where are you? Just saw you. Here she is. Follies Braziers. Ooh, Josephine Baker. So that obviously had something to do with some sort of a slick back 20s hairstyle. That's how I interpreted it. So stay tuned for more. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. Drop me a comment what you think of this input on Thursday's crafty video. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be updated on my latest uploaded videos. All right, stay tuned for more. All right, this was another prompt that she did had to do with Alice in Wonderland. There was different names, and I remember this one being called Frida Alice. So this was my, I guess you call a mashup. We have kind of a Frida Kahlo with the eyebrows, but it's also Alice in Wonderland. We got the Mad Hatter here as a little bird. I guess you could call him a parrot. Clock. Cute little monkey. Because Frida Kahlo has, I researched her picture. She had monkeys and parrots and very tropical birds. Very pretty. I love this piece. But it is inside a very large, it's a larger book. And this is also influenced. A lot of this is influenced by Jane Davenport. I was going through her face. I have one hand I'm working with right now, but as you can see, there's a beautiful lady I did on the front. And this book is made by Delusionals, or I did something in the back here. I even was writing something about the NFRT's non-fungible token art. I was thinking about getting into that maybe sometime in the future. Yeah, so that's what, these are larger pages. I really got a lot of work to do in here still. This is what it looks like when you open the book. I decorated it fully with stamps and colored it in with various media. A lot of those faces were made with Jane Davenport stamps and stencils. I'm not being sponsored by anything I mentioned here. No brands. It's just products that I have used. And this is the date when I got it. That's my birthday. I bought this on my birthday. So August 4th, and that was in 2020. As you can see, you can put little items in here. I have a swatch card, I think, from one of my paint sets. So it's a good way to keep things like that. Let me just take you on a tour of this sketchbook of what I have done so far. Beautiful lady. Was getting into a Christmas spirit here. Oh, more swatching. I believe that's when I got some Jane Davenport pastel palettes. So I was swatching out. I always swatch out all the colors. That is a great use of sketchbook, swatching. And I was also trying out some stamps and stencils of hers. Time to jumpstart your year, 2020. So yes, I've been working on this book for a few years. And the name of that palette set was Pastel Palette Birthday Suit, because that way I know what I was using, how those colors look. I even put the names of each color I was sampling out. This is it. This was her Alice in April. Alice in April, that's why it was some of the things I showed you had something to do with Alice in Wonderland. I put the prompt list here, and if you see underlining, those are the ones I actually gave I gave an artwork piece to that I worked on. Like, here we go. I think that was the first one. Ooh, that's pretty cute. There goes that rabbit. There's Alice chasing. Let's see what the name of that was. Follow a White Rabbit. So that was the first prompt for Alice in April in 2020. Another example of swatching, I have gouache that I purchased. So I wanted to do like little sample artwork with it. I did the swatching. This was the Master's Touch gouache from Hobby Lobby. As you can see here, more swatching. I did it on black watercolor paper, and I did an example here. Very pretty. Hardy Helbores. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that flower right, but that was these flowers here. If you have stamps and you want to test them out, it's a good place to test them out in your sketchbook. I took, at the time of when I had all my stamps, that I'm going to challenge myself and stamp them all out. So that's what the next pages are. As you can see, these are all done with stamps and various art media, paints, watercolors, pastels, glitters. I was testing out my ribbon drawing. That's a good place to test out anything you want to know how to do. Test it out in your sketchbooks. There's a beautiful piece here, something I did for spring. And this was all 2022, was the beginning of 2022 spring. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a time lapse so this video isn't too long, but as you can see, I have a smaller book here. So enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you once again for coming back, and have a great day.